All right, it's day 128, and I probably should have put lotion on when I got out of the shower because my skin feels so dry. But anyways, so yeah, it's 11 o'clock right now, and I woke up a couple times last night. I ended up going to bed around 5 a.m. for whatever reason. I just was watching my TV, and then I was making all my drafts, and then, different ideas popped up in my head about, oh, I need to write down in my journal, I need to manifest. And then, I need to make this phone over here get reactivated so I can start making emails and make more TikTok accounts. And so I was doing all that last night. And it just snowballed. It turned into around 5 a.m. and eventually I was like, hey, I know I'm going to want to go to sleep tonight. So I just turned on the speaker with some white noise and closed my blinds completely and just went to bed. But then I just started thinking a lot in my head about the onboarding process of my app and what the best ways that I could optimize it for are. And I thought about something and I was like, okay, well, first of all, 30% of people that download the app and click on the app after they download it see the first screen and then just leave. They don't even go through the rest of the questionnaire. And I think that has to do with the fact that they know what calorie tracking apps are, and they know what fitness apps are, and they don't want to have to go through what seems to be a 25 question questionnaire in order to know what value they're getting. So I like the idea of kind of delaying that a little bit and just showing them the first question and then making them go through all the rest of the questions, because it shows them hey, I've taken it as far as searching the app into the app store and downloading the app. I'm going to answer the questions, and then once you answer the questions, you've taken the time to search the app, download the app, and then after it's downloaded, go to open it and then go through 25 questions, and then you're just not going to buy, So that's high intent for me, and I think that's great, but I want to get that 30% to be a lower number. Obviously there's going to be a percentage of people that just straight up don't, they download it, but they just don't even go to it for whatever reason. But for apps like Cal AI, for apps like Macro Factor, for apps like the new one that a group of dudes were making about face looks, it's not Umax, it's not, I don't know what it's called, but they made it and they had realized hey, I'm gonna put a display screen first, right? I was Cal AI, why are you doing this? Because they would literally have, before their male, female, or rather not say question, a page that just says basically a button with get started. That's all they had, which is why don't you just throw them straight into the first question? You're just adding friction, And I had realized oh, maybe it's just because the first, the image that's going on in the background that's being displayed shows exactly how the app works and what its intent is for. And so after realizing that, I ended up creating my own last night. I was hey, Replit, can you create me a hook page at the beginning of my questionnaire to reduce the percentage of people that click off after seeing the first question. And so I ended up giving a little display of what the calendar looks like with checks and X's and empty spaces. And I ended up showing the macro rings, the 4 macro rings, and then a little, glimpse of the metabolic dashboard. And when you refresh the screen, all those numbers slowly go up and the circles slowly close, so it looks really cool. And under the metabolic dashboard, I also have numbers that they can click on to understand what they are. And they're little tab drop downs. So it's oh, what is dry weight? And they could drop down and they could read it. And I don't know if this is I hope it's not gonna decrease the amount of people that end up finishing the quiz, but just increase, and I hope it doesn't add friction. I want it to be understandable and really easy to, I guess, just understand. But, yeah, I ended up creating that last night. And then one of the biggest things I was thinking about is, like, these apps, like, like Macro Factor, like MyFitnessPal, like all these other apps, like, they're charging $20 a month and like $80 a year. And it's just like, that's so much more profit than I'm making monthly or yearly. Like 75% of people that buy a yearly plan for me are probably buying the like upfront $34.99 offer, and they're getting 365 days at that point, and they paid me $27 in profit. And if you do the math on that, like 27, it takes a lot more $27 purchases to get to $1,000 than it does, $40 purchases. And that's the difference between my premium plan and my one-time offer is $15. So, basically, I guess what I'm saying is I wanted to increase my profit margins, and I want to optimize for trial starts more so that I can get higher purchases. And I was like, well, what if I just increase the price of these prices? And I was like, well, considering I'm kind of doing a hard paywall approach, and there's apps like, Cal.ai that I could compare to this. Like, I don't know if the smartest idea is to raise it, to $15 a month and $69.99 a year, and then market the one-time offer price at $44.99 a year. Like, I don't know if that's the smartest idea, to be honest. I think that I would definitely just have, if anything, just decreasing sales. And so I was like, well, what's something I could do then? And I was thinking to myself, like, well, I have the one-time offer that has a 90-second expiration right after the main paywalls. And the way to get to it is by pressing the maybe later button. So if I was a person going through the questionnaire and I wanted to see what the app looks like, and I just, gave everything of this to the app, like I gave everything, and it finally gave me my results at the end, and then it says save plan, and then it showed me a paywall, like, I'm not going to really want to pay. And if I see a maybe later button, I'm going to say, oh yeah, I'll decide if anything, if I want to pay after I see what the app looks like. And so they press maybe later, not knowing that it's a hard paywall and they're about to see a one-time offer. And, 90% of people are going to see the one-time offer. And so that's why 90% of the people aren't going to go for, anything else. They're going to straight up pay up front the $34.99. And there's some people that are like, hey, I don't want to pay up front. I'd rather have the 3-day free trial, if anything. And so they're like, dude, I don't even care about this one-time offer. I'm just going to pay, like I said, the 3-day free trial, and then, I can see what it's like before I pay anything versus paying up front for something I haven't seen. I can understand that, but at the same time, I don't even give anybody an exit button from the one-time offer. Like, once they hit the one-time offer paywall, they literally have to wait 90 seconds for it to expire before they can, like, go back to the main paywall. So I was like, well, first of all, I should probably add in, like, a no thanks button or an exit button somewhere in that, so that for the people that know they're not going to buy the one-time offer, they don't have to sit through 90 seconds of, time to see the main paywalls again and purchase. And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I was thinking, like, well, like, these people are thinking when they press maybe later that they're going to see the app for free. They're not thinking that I'm going to get access to a one-time offer. And so while in theory it's good to bait people to pay up front $34.99, if my goal is to optimize for trial starts and to get the most amount of money that I can out of this, then I think that I should probably put the one-time offer before the main paywalls, so that when they press save my plan, they get hit with a 90-second timer telling them that this is a one-time offer that they're never going to get again, and have to pay $34.99 up front. And a lot of people are going to take it. Urgency, $2.90 a month, right? Like, they're going to like that. It's going to be very enticing to them. And there's going to be some people that are like, you know what? No, like, if I press no thanks, I'm going to see the app, and I don't want to pay right now. but I know that, like, I miss this opportunity once I see the app. Like, basically, like, if I press no thanks to this offer right now, I'm never going to see it again. And if I like the app, I'm going to have to pay full price. So it's a little bit of a risk they're taking, and it's still high intent to go ahead and, pay the one-time purchase. But for those people that don't know it's a hard paywall again, and they're seeing this one-time offer, and they press no thanks, and they just get hit with the main paywall instead of, seeing the app, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I just got hit with a hard paywall. I've done all this up until now. I want to see the app, and I just missed out on the one-time offer, and I didn't realize it's a hard paywall. And so they're going to be like, well, the thing that I could do now after I feel like I just lost that opportunity is to start a 3-day free trial with a $50 plan, $15 more. And then my plan on top of that was like, hey, for the people that start the $49.99 a month plan with the 3-day free trial, like, if you go ahead and cancel that trial before it ends, then the next time you log into the app, or when we detect that you canceled it, we're going to give you a pop-up on your app that says, hey, you have this many days left of your 3-day free trial. We're giving you we're giving you a one-time offer of, the same price again, $34.99, and take it or leave it. And it's basically like a last opportunity. Like, hey, we realize you missed the first opportunity to pay $34.99, and I think that's, probably a contributing factor to why you even started the 3-day free trial. And so if you want that offer back, because we know at this point after you canceled, you're never going to just, you're never just going to pay full price. You're never going to pay that $49.99. We're going to offer you the one-time offer back, and you could pay $34.99 up front. So that's kind of the idea that I just, did or was thinking about. And as soon as I get that integrated, I think that with all the viral videos that I'm going to have and all the attention is going to be on the app throughout the rest of the week, that I'm going to have, more people finishing the quiz. And because of that, I'm going to have more people purchasing. I think the one-time offer plan is still going to be, it's still going to be exciting and, spark a purchase. But I do think that a lot more people are going to have that offer just straight up expire on them and go to the main paywall and then just be helpless and wish that they would have paid $34.99. Because right now, for the people that would have paid, that would pay $34.99, they've already seen the main paywall. They know what the pricing is. They know what they're getting for, $34.99 versus what they saw. And for the people that, saw the one-time offer first and then the main paywalls, they are also a person that would pay the one-time offer if they had the opportunity to again. And so what are they going to do, They're going to start the 3-day free trial. I believe that if you're a person that's going to go ahead and, buy the one-time offer, but you just want to skip it to see what the app looks like or to see what the app looks like for free, then, and then you get hit with a hard paywall and you can't do that, then you're going to start the 3-day free trial, I believe. So, anyways, it's almost 11:30, and I got this jacket on right now and these jeans on right now because my sister wanted to go into Chili's today. Well, I don't even know if it's Chili's, but go into lunch today with my dad and my brother. And so, I just woke up probably 45 minutes ago, if I'm being honest, because I went to bed 5 a.m. and she woke me up at 9:30 and was like, are we still going? And I was like, what? And so I got in the shower not that long ago, and then I got out, and now we're just waiting to meet them at wherever they're going to be. We'll probably head in really soon regardless, because it's a 20-minute drive, and I don't want to like leave when they get there. So yeah, but same today. I'm gonna try to make more emails for my other separate device so I can make more TikTok accounts. We currently have 11 if you count the ones on the other device, and I think that's probably like as much as I can comfortably operate right now. So I don't know if I need to do more devices, but I still don't like the idea of having a completely separate device that I'm supposed to make drafts for and on if it only has 3 accounts. So I don't know how to feel about it, but I have a lot of really good drafts on all the accounts, in my opinion. And I'm going to really just not look at any of the notifications, try not to even look at any of the comments, try not to look at any of the views on any of the videos regardless. And, just let the day play out, post all my videos throughout the whole day, and make more drafts, and then we should be good. And during the rest of that whole process, just do homework, make drafts, do homework, post the post when I need to. Simple as that. So, but yeah, man, it's really, really inspiring for me, just seeing the success straight up, like seeing those reviews come in that are 5 stars, like again and again and again from random people, and, like having videos that get, 10,000 views, like again and again and again in just 2 days times, like that's really cool to see. And I know that it's really, having an effect on the success of the app. And I've yet to see any analytics as far as, revenue, as far as proceeds, as far as downloads, as far as anything. So I don't know when I'm going to make that, bridge and look at all the analytics that I've achieved over the past week. But honestly, I think it might be a decent idea to never do that until I feel like, I've really popped off and I've made, thousands of dollars organically. Because if you think about it, like there's not much benefit to me going ahead and looking at any of the analytics here in a couple of days, in my opinion. Other than, figuring out what question people drop off on to delete it or, fix it, or to understand, the conversion rates of which funnel is better. But I can kind of see all that without needing to know what the revenue number is, And if I know how many downloads I got in the last week, like, I'm honestly going to exchange that for like 3% conversion rate and figure out how much money I ended up making. So I think honestly by Sunday, I will have looked at everything that I kind of want to and understand what kind of happened over the last week and what I did to be able to get there. And then I think I'm just going to understand, like, hey, I'm capable of this, and I'm going to turn up the notch this next week, and I'm not going to look at anything either. And I'm going to use the drafts that I have on these TikTok accounts to go viral again and again and again. And we're going to make this happen, like, big time. But that's the decision I got to make, dude. Before I see those analytics, I got to understand, like, hey, like, if I seriously only gained, like, $150 over this last week and, only made, like, 90 app downloads, like, do I even want to see that? Because I feel like I put in, a decent amount of work over this week, and I got, a lot of videos that, in my opinion, did really well. And so, maybe I don't want to see it. And maybe instead, I just want to, believe that I'm making thousands of dollars every week, and that, there's no point in checking these metrics as long as I'm continuing to put out content with a lot of volume across as many accounts as I can, with as high as quality as I can. I think that's all that matters. So, but yeah, man, we only have 2 devices. The most amount of accounts we can make is 16. That would be about 48 videos a day, which would be, around 50,000 views probably in total every single day. and it'll be a lot to keep up with. It'll be a lot to manage. It's probably as much as I can manage, if I'm being honest. 2 separate phones, 16 accounts, 48 videos. It's a lot. So, but yeah, that's the potential of organic marketing. And you know, especially if I can get some of these accounts to, you know, have like hundreds of thousands of views on individual videos, like I can really make, you know, it work out. So, but I think it's a long journey, to be honest. Like, I don't see me moving to really the influencer market again, or even having a reason to move to paid ads before I get a couple thousand followers on my TikTok account, because that's exactly what I need in order to, you know, get credibility. You know, reaching out to creators. So, anyways, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna eat Chili's, and I'm gonna post my videos. I'll probably get back to you later today, probably during the night. But today's day 128. It's a Thursday, and we're gonna go hard today. No excuses. I'm not gonna look at any metrics, just manifestation. So peace out. All right. So I love this song, by the way. The Shoe Fits by Drake. Amazing. We're already 20 minutes into this video, so I'm gonna try to make it short and sweet. But shoot, I woke up like 3 hours ago. It's like 1 p.m. right now, and I just got done eating. I dropped my sister off with my dad and my brother, so she's going back to work with them until they leave, and I'm just gonna go home by myself. I'm literally gonna be the only one there. My mom and my brother left this morning on a flight to Idaho. So yeah, it's really just gonna be just me, and the house is gonna be dark, kind of quiet. I think I'll probably play some music, maybe turn something on TV, and then as soon as I get home, it's 1:11 right now. But as soon as I get home, I'm gonna post the videos, because I usually would post them around noon or 1 p.m. And I would post them right now, and I had the opportunity to, but I just wanted to have my full focus and attention on what videos I actually publish. Gosh dang, bro, her seat is so far forward. I don't know if y'all can see that, bro. That's crazy. Anyways, though, so yeah, I will get home, and I'm gonna understand what videos I want to post, and I'll post them. I'm not gonna look at any of the analytics, and then I was thinking as I was leaving the Chili's parking lot about, like, I saw a BMW, and I was thinking, like, I have no idea really, like, the level that I want things, you know? Like, I don't know what car I want. I don't know what it would feel like to, you know, I want to know what I want in detail, basically, is what I'm saying. Because, like, I know, like, the premise of what I want, but, like, how can I know, or how can I even have what I want if I don't know the exact, like, feeling and detail of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of just saying, oh yeah, I want a BMW, or I want a Supra, or I want a Corvette, or I want a Mustang, like, I want to say, like this is what it would look like to have it every day. This is what it would feel like to be driving it, and this is, like, I want this exact spec, and this is why. And, you know, I want to have it, like, my life, that type of a plan already all figured out, you know, because it's more of a clear direction, and you can just make more, like, decisions that would, you know, reflect the way that, I don't know how to explain it, but it just makes sense to me. So when I get home, after I post these videos, I'm obviously going to make some more drafts among both accounts and get some homework done at the same time. But I want to take a little bit of time to, like, understand, again, what I want and what it would look like to have what I want in detail. So, yeah, I'll catch y'all when I get home later. Peace out. All right, I'm not going to lie. I don't know what sparked, I mean, obviously I know what sparked my curiosity with this topic, but how can I let myself, like, stay away from the metrics and the results long enough to manifest them? That's my biggest thing. And honestly, I don't know, like, straight up. I feel like what's necessary as far as, you know, making it work. I think if I can put in the work every single day, which at this point forward, until I see some, like, crazy, you know, thing happen again, I think that I should not look. But I'm going to tell y'all right now, I ended up looking at the admin dashboard on my app, as well as at the views on every account for the past 9+ videos. So yeah, man, I ended up seeing quite a few videos that had like over 1,000 views, over 2,000 views, over 3,000 views. And I saw 2 or 3 videos that had over 10,000. The video that had the most was 30,000 views. And on Tuesday, when I'm pretty sure that video happened, I got 62 people to download the app on that day. So I think that's honestly a pretty close number too, to be honest. And every day since then, I think that I'll have to check that, but we've averaged like 20. And I think today alone, I looked at my new today picture, and I seen I don't even know. I looked at my new today picture or like tag on all the new people, and I seen like probably like 7, maybe 10 people on the group C funnel like sign up today. So I'd assume if it's 7 there, it's at least 14 people today so far. And I mean, then we have the other half of the people that are group B. So yeah, also I think we have 2 trial starts today. So we have a total of 16 $49.99 paying subscriptions, and like 14 $34.99 and 6 monthly. So I don't even know what the math would be on that, but we had like 6 yearly subscriptions before this week, and we had 6 monthly subscriptions, and we had like, I don't know, maybe like 12 yearly subscriptions. And then ever since then, now we have 14 $49.99 subscriptions, and it might have been 16, I don't know. But regardless, we have 3 trials, so that's definitely counting towards something, but we made some money, that's for sure. Our lifetime revenue dashboard says about $700, but it said $551 when we had $709 in revenue. So if you do the math on that, if you add about $300 to that pot, we go from $709 to about $1,000. So we're probably about $1,000 in revenue. I don't really know for sure, but the point is that I need to just manifest a very, very viral video to work out for myself. And I need to, warm up these accounts as necessary, make more accounts as much as I can, because I really do get in a vibe and in this scene of like, this is, I gotta wait till this point to post the next few videos, and I post them, and it's just like, okay, now what do I do? Like, I wish I could post more, because I like to see results, and volume equals faster results. But to do that, I kind of need to post more videos on separate accounts. And right now, the accounts that I have that are separate aren't warmed up, so need to warm them up. But anyways, I'm gonna end up making more videos. Right now, I think I have like 2 or 3 accounts that have about 8 videos in my drafts on average, and then I have like the other 2 or 3 accounts that have like on average like 4 or 5 drafts. Also, the little like tips and tricks account that I use with ChatGPT, that's a great account, and it's getting a couple hundred views, and I don't really know what the conversion rate's like on it. It's all right. And I honestly will continue to do it for sure. But I'm just a little bit skeptical on it, because sometimes the videos get like 200 views, and it's kind of annoying, and I don't know if I want to be charged another $100 at the end of the month, for the ChatGPT subscription. And I don't know what the conversion rate's like on these videos anyways. They're getting like 20 likes and 0 comments. So I don't know what the chances that if nobody's even liking or, commenting on the video, that they're even going to go ahead and download the app at the end of the slideshow. So I have more faith in the regular methods that I have going on, and I think that it would be in my interest personally to like start bringing at least one of those accounts kind of back into the whole like other concept type of a light. And yeah, so and also I don't know why this is, but sometimes I'll post a video, and I posted a video today at around 1 p.m. and it has like 20 views, or it has like 0 views basically. And I don't know what it is, because the last video that I posted, it didn't contain the same images in the slideshow. It didn't even have the same title of text, and it didn't even use the same sound. And so I don't even know why. I don't even know why that happened. But I posted a video recently, and I commented on it for myself to kind of like plant a comment. So hopefully it went well. I have no idea though, to be honest. So yeah. But no limiting beliefs are going to get in my head. I don't even care. I'm just going to go look at the average downloads and continue to post my videos, make more accounts, post those more videos, and manifest the videos are going to be working. And hopefully by the end of this week, we're going to make a lot of money. So yeah, if I were to work every day this week at work, I would make about $500. So if we can like pace that, or even outpace that by the end of this week, which today's Thursday, so we have all of today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, then I am looking really good. So yeah, but anyways, I'm going to go ahead and look at those downloads, make some more drafts as appropriately as I can, and then try to warm up those accounts, see if they have any traction from the videos I posted on them, and then go ahead and manifest. And I think my girlfriend's going to come over because, we haven't seen each other in like 4 days, and I don't really know where we're at, but I'm trying to, so yeah, but anyways, I'll talk to you later. Peace out. All right, last clip of the day. I made a clip making some toast, but it didn't go too well because my storage got full. But I deleted the video that was like 20 minutes long that took up, and I deleted like 4 videos that took probably like 2 hours worth of video storage up on my phone from CapCut. So also, I'm gonna go downstairs, find myself any more snacks that I want, and I need to get a towel for that shower that I just turned on because I realized I don't have one. But I just hung out with my girlfriend, and she went home at 11:30-ish, and she came over around 9, so it was like 2.5 hours of hangout. And during that time, I kind of discovered a few things, but I definitely wasn't as efficient as I would have been. So that's kind of, not a plus, but I was decently efficient, more efficient than I usually probably would have been, to be honest, with what I had to do. So yeah, I didn't end up getting a snack. I just got towels. But anyways, the one-time offer is now triggering for a second time. So it's no longer a one-time offer. It's triggering for a second time whenever somebody that's in a 3-day free trial cancels and goes back into the app to use the rest of their free trial. So if I, said, hey, I'm going to do the 3-day free trial, and I make the 3-day free trial, then I go into my settings and I cancel it immediately. When I log back into the app after canceling it, the app knows that you've canceled it and says, hey, we're going to give you the one-time offer. We know you're not going to end up paying the $49.99 that the 3-day free trial makes you convert to. So we're going to offer you $15 less up front. And that's like a hopefully last grab, because we know you're going to get 3 days free at this point, 2 days free, 1 day free, however many days you have left. And you already canceled, so you're obviously not going to pay. So we're going to give you the last chance of a one-time offer. So yeah, also there's 2 more changes that are big in the next published version that I don't currently have published, and that is that I have a hook page in the beginning of the app that kind of shows what it's about. I don't think it's super necessary, and my drop off rate has went from 33% to like 22% since then. So it's definitely gotten better, and I think it'll continue to get better. But I still know that a lot of apps like MacroFactor and CaliAI use that first page method, and I think that I might as well try it. And if that percentage gets worse, then I'll just delete it and go back to the old thing. And if it gets better, then great. If it stays the same, then why not just leave it? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But anyways, I ended up for like the last bit of tonight For whatever reason, sometimes the videos that I post will get I will have posted them 4 hours ago, and I'll post them and they get like 20 views. They get like 15 views, 10 views. And I try to make sense of it. Like, why is this happening? You know? And then I post another video after that video, and maybe it gets 9 views. You know, and then 2 hours later, that video, the second video that I posted, gets like 4,000 views, and the video before it gets like 900. So it's like, those videos will eventually get views. I just don't understand why they're not getting them immediately. And I just need to realize that. So for example, what I'm basically saying is a little bit after the 8 o'clock, I posted my third batch of videos for all TikTok accounts, and they ended up getting like, you know, thousands of views on thousands of views. Like, they were averaging like probably like 3,000 views, 4,000 views a video. None of them went like crazy, but they were doing pretty decently. And so yeah, the next thing I'm gonna manifest is just like averaging that 30 downloads a day. I know it's like real, and it's actually what I'm getting right now, and my downloads have gone like up like exponentially, like crazy. Like, now that I realize it and I say it out loud, like, I don't think that my my downloads have ever been this much on average every single day. Like, when I was paying people like over $700 a month to market my app, like, I was paying them over $700 a month, by the way, to market my app across like 4 different people, and they were averaging 15 downloads a day. And the most anybody ever got in a single day was like 49. And then I just happened to match that with a single video on like 4 days later. It was like a founder video, like, hey, I'm 17, this is the app I made, go download it. And it got like 1.5k views, and like 50 people downloaded the app. And then just recently I made, you know, 2 or 3 videos that had like 10 plus k views, and on that day I got 63 downloads. So, you know, I don't even know what to say about that. Like, it's just working out really well for me. And like, you know, it's only been like, you know, 4 days since I started this, and I mean, I've made like $300, which is not a lot in 4 days, to be honest, but like, still, like, it's a lot to me, you know? If I worked 2 days a week, then I'd make $250, and I made $300. And I mean, I worked 4 days a week, but still, it's not that hard to post 3 videos on 10 accounts every day. But regardless, what I'm saying right now is that, hey, look, when I was paying people, I used to get like half the amount of downloads that I'm currently getting. And right now, if I do the math, I don't even know the math on it, to be honest, but I think I'm like averaging about like 2 or 3 in-app purchases a day right now, if you think about it. Because if you do the math again, I think on the week I currently have like 130 or something. No, so 60, 90, yeah, something like 150 maybe downloads this week so far, and I'm only on Thursday. And so, like, you know, that converts out to a little over 4 in-app purchases during the week. So if you divide that by 4, I have at least 1 in-app purchase a day, if not more. So yeah, bro, things are looking really, really good for me right now. And I just need to keep posting videos, man. Keep posting videos. I'm getting more downloads than I've ever got, and it's all profit. It's all free. And if you do the math, if I'm making $300 in 4 days, you know, 3 times, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. So yeah, we're looking at like 5, 6, 7, 8. We're looking at 8. Is that even right? 8 times 300. 8 times 3 is 20. No, 8. 16, 24, $2,400. If I make $300 like within the span of 4 days, every single 4 days of a month, I'm making about $2,400 a month. This is just crazy to me. And on top of that, I haven't gotten a video over 30,000 views. So just imagine, and this is the first day that I've ever made any videos on double the accounts. Mind you, I was only posting, you know, on 5 accounts up until today. And today I added 5 more. So basically double the output. That's like $5K a month. That's like $600 every 4 days. That's like, you know, almost $800 every week, if you do the math. And if I, you know, 1 week happen to get a video that goes like 100K, 400K, a million views, dog, that's like a couple hundred app downloads in a single day. That's, you know, close to probably $1,000, maybe $2,000 in a single day in revenue. And if I do that every single day for a whole month, bro, I'm cooking, dog. This is a new, like, hold on. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, I literally need to check the box today. That's how, like, revolutionary this is right now. Look, so we just checked a viral video, 10 plus K views. Let's actually change that to 100K. And let's wipe that check mark from the box. And then ceiling to next level clarity, yes. Not 1,000 downloads yet, at least I don't think. $1,500, not yet, at least I don't think. 1 month organic, not yet. Solid system, I'd call it a solid system. Official high conversion rate, I don't know if I'd call that yet. High level experience, I'm gonna wait to actually check that one off, to be honest. But bro, we are actually cooking right now. This is like, I've literally made a job for myself, straight up. It's only been 4 days and I made $300, and it took me a month to make the last $500 I've made. I freaking did it, and it feels normal. It feels like, it doesn't even feel like, oh, I'm so happy now that I have like this job that I've made for myself, or that I can go out and tell my dad or my mom, like, hey, so I just made $300 in the last, you know, 3-4 days just posting videos, you know. And it was a lot of videos, but regardless, like, only 3 a day across a few accounts, like, that's not that much, you know. And I made it for myself. Nobody's paying me, so I'm proud of myself, for real. But yeah, peace out.